Hello, Eddie Traxler here. This video is called Intro to Chord Soloing, so it's just to take you step by step how to do a chord solo, to take a piece and do a chord solo. You can reach me at Eddie's Music. Just email eddiesmusicco@gmail.com or call me on the number provided there, because I hardly ever update that website. I have a book for beginning guitar. If any of you are interested, I have it. You can download it, 76 pages. It takes you through reading music step by step, bar chords, just different stuff. I actually wrote this when I was in music school. But if you want a hard copy, $10, I'll mail it to you. That's postage included. If you want to just download it, $5. Just give me a call. I can take PayPal or however you want to do that. So chord soloing is where you play the chords and the melody and the bass line. It's kind of the way a piano player would look at it. So we're going to take a fairly simple one to begin with. We'll go with Imagine by John Lennon. So there's a melody, there's chords, and there's probably a bass line. So a lot of my paying gigs, some of them anyway, are just art openings, weddings, something where I'm not expected to sing, is what I'm getting at. So if I just kind of strum chord, people aren't necessarily going to know the song that I'm playing. So what I do is I play the melody and I play the bass line. So you come up with something like, so what I'm doing, I'm playing these chords, which I can tab it out for you if you need to. I would emphasize the importance of actually learning to read music. I've had the opportunity to work in other countries and stuff where I didn't even speak the language, but I was able to communicate, through music. Also, if you want to work with a flutist or a violinist or something, they're not going to be able to tab it out for you. So I would say, take the time. If you put in 10 minutes a day into learning to read, guitar is a tough instrument to read on because there's a lot of different places we can play each note. But if you take it step by step, just put 10 minutes a day into it, you'll have it. And it's worth it. It's not something that you forget. So back to Imagine, the chord solo. So it does that like 4 times, the same thing. So all I'm doing, I'm playing that C chord, which is the first chord, and then it says C major 7th. So 2, 3, 4. So that C major 7th happens to be the melody note on no heaven. So I have G, and then I'll land on an F chord, but I want to make that A note the highest note of my chord. So and I think John Lennon does somewhat of a trill. I believe he does it on piano. I should have listened to it prior, but a lot of times I like to do my own version. I generally don't stay too long with cover bands because I just really don't like playing something exactly like someone else. So I'm also doing a bass line. Root 5th is always good for a bass line. You don't want to make it sound too country in this particular situation. But so I go. And also, if you're not a very good singer like me, you can, that's the actual vocal line, so you can kind of match that. Imagine there's no heaven. so you can kind of match that. Alright, so it does that thing, those two measures 4 times. Then you're into this A minor. So my melody notes are A, C, E. And then, so it calls for a D minor 7th there, but I usually don't even play it. I just play the, but that's the notes of a D minor 7th then. Because I have my D in the bass, right? So it's kind of an arpeggio anyway. And then I don't play the F and the C. I would just go on to the G. There's a G chord with a B in the melody. So that's what I do next. So that part again, alright, and then you have this this falsetto part. So so once you do that falsetto is E to a, you're in the G chord, E, G, E, D, C, right? You just land right back to where, right back on that. Right? Here's what I got so far. There's no heaven. I won't sing it. So it does that 4 times again, right? Alright, and then you go straight back to that same part. But this time you're going to go into something else. After you do the... You're going to go F to G to C, and then your melody notes are... So here's your, you're going to go after living life in peace. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only Alright, so the whole thing, just one verse. So that final ending. I'm not the only one. I hope someday So that's kind of a good entry level chord solo piece. Uses all open chords, cowboy chords, whatever you want to call them. So eventually you can kind of work up to, you know, like a jazz standard or something where you could do it.